All right, for the lesson 13 problem set, we're going to start dividing a decimal by a whole number. So for number 1A, they want us to complete the sentence and then complete the equation to the right. So it says 4 groups of how many tenths equals 1 6/10. Well, if we converted 1 6/10 into its smallest unit, tenths, then how many tenths would that be? So that would be a total of 16 tenths. So we can read it as 4 groups of how many tenths equals 16 tenths. So that would be 4 groups of 4 tenths. Okay, and so if we wrote that as an equation, to the right, you can see it says 1 6/10 divided by 4 equals, and it would be 4 tenths. Taking that 1 6/10 and turning it into tenths, we could write it as in unit form as 16 tenths divided by 4 equals 4 tenths. And in standard form, that's going to be 4 tenths. All right, for B, we have 8 groups of how many hundredths equals 32 hundredths. So 8 groups of 4 hundredths would be 32 hundredths. So 32 hundredths divided by 8 would be 4 hundredths. So 4 hundredths written in standard form would be 0 and 4 hundredths. Okay, 7 groups of how many thousandths equals 84 thousandths? 12. So 7 groups of 12 thousandths. Let's try it. 12 times 7, that is 14, carry the 1, yes, 84. So we have 84 thousandths divided by 7 equals 12 thousandths. So in standard form, 12 thousandths would be 0.012. Okay, 5 groups of how many tenths would equal 2 and 0 tenths? Now, if we change 2 and 0 tenths into just tenths, that would be 20 tenths. So 5 groups of 4 tenths is 20 tenths. So 20 tenths divided by 5 is 4 tenths. And that's what the first section looks like. Moving on to the second section, they're going to have us convert for A, B, C, and D. They're going to have us convert the standard form of the division problem into unit form before dividing. And then we're going to convert it back into standard form. So we have 4 and 2 tenths divided by 7. If we changed 4 and 2 tenths into just tenths, then that would be 42 tenths divided by 7 would be 6 tenths. And 6 tenths in standard form is 6 tenths. In B, we have ones and we also have hundredths. So it looks like we're going to be using the distributive property. And we're going to divide first the ones by 2, and then we're going to divide the hundredths by 2. We have 2 ones divided by 2 plus 64 hundredths divided by 2. And that would equal, let's see, 2 ones divided by 2 is 1 1, and 64 hundredths divided by 2 is 32 hundredths. We're going to have a quotient of 1 1 and 32 hundredths. Okay, for C, looks like we're going to be using the distributive property again, and we have 12 ones and 64 hundredths divided by 2. So what it looks like they're doing is they're splitting it into ones and hundredths. So we're going to do 12 ones divided by 2 plus 64 hundredths divided by 2. So 12 ones divided by 2 is 6 ones plus 64 hundredths divided by 2 is 32 hundredths. So we have a quotient of 6 and 32 hundredths. Okay, looks like in D, they're going to split the units up a little different. So they're not just separating ones from a decimal. What they're actually doing is they're deciding to use tenths for units and hundredths for units. So if you look at 4 and 26 hundredths, we could say, how many tenths can 4 and 26 hundredths have? And I mean, like, besides the fact that there's a 2 in the tenths place, we could also include the 4 in the ones place and convert that into tenths as well. So we can have a total of 42 tenths divided by 6 plus 6 hundredths divided by 6. And now we have like basic facts. So 42 tenths divided by 6 would be 7 tenths plus, we have 6 hundredths divided by 6, which would be 1 tenth, which, I'm sorry, would be 1 hundredth. So that would be 1 hundredth. And then converting that into standard form would be 0 and 71 hundredths.